Close. There we go. There we go. Kinda. Oh man, YouTube does not like that I am live streaming already. I know it's a new channel, YouTube. Not like I haven't been doing this for a while. Oop. Come on, camera. Okay. There we go. Of course, we got coughing and hacking upstairs. Hello, everybody. Oh, there's no one here yet. YouTube wouldn't let me promote this. It wouldn't let me put it on the, just putting a thumbnail out there to show everybody. I don't even know if this is going out. Oh, we gotta get that plugged in. There we go. I'm gonna straighten everything up. There we go. Okay, we might not get any viewers tonight. That's fine. Hello, everyone. This is warbossfitz channel. I'm warbossfitz. Tonight we're gonna be painting. We be painting these right here. Hey, Print for Gaming, how you doing? Yeah, fancy new channel. Greetings, everyone. I had to jump through so many more hoops to do this one. It's like we got to make sure that you're not streaming naughty things because you're a new channel. Okay. Oh, let's start off with some silly juice over here. There we go. All right, tonight we're going to be painting some Annihilators. We're also going to be juicing up some of my Annihilators that I've had in the past. There we go. There's an Annihilator. It's already been dry brushed white. Ta-da. I don't know how it looks to you guys. But there we go. There's one of the new Annihilators. Here's one of my old Annihilators. We're going to be stepping that up a little bit. We're going to incorporate a little bit more copper like I have with the rest of the Robot Legion stuff. I also got my Tri-Scorpions, maybe a new paint job on them, and the Tri-Scorpion Pistolier is going to be a new one in the list this month, or this week, so we're going to do him too. Hello, Scott. Hello. Yeah, YouTube's giving me the business. Oh, robots on robots on more robots. Yes. Okay. So, first thing we need to do is to get them silver, all over silver. And in order to do that, we're going to cheat. Ta-da. A little bit of this. A little bit of this. And then, we're going to do some water. There we go. We're going to get this mixy mix. I cleaned all my brushes. Now I've lost them all over here. Hey, Ward Daddy. Hey, Uncle C. Yeah. YouTube has allowed the live streams over here, but it's like I had to jump through a ton of hoops to let me do it. Alright, just mixing it with this brush. Alright, just good old Walmart acrylic silver. Like I said, we're cheating here. We're going to take it like a this. Then we're going to do a this. Then we're going to do a this. Ta-da, silver. Like I said, we're cheating so hard because there's so many layers and things I build on top of the silver. There we go, look, silver, yay. I hear you there, then I hear you on the... Yeah, Uncle C's upstairs. Uncle C's upstairs, so you can hear... He hears a weird echo. He says he was going to come down here and crash the party tonight, which he is welcome to do. I got to move stuff around for him. A slight delay. Yes, in case I say naughty words. Even at the beginning, a big old screen popped up like, you should really think about moderators. Like, okay, I don't think we're going to get that crazy. Yeah. Message retracted. Okay. So this is just to give us a base of a silver to work on top of. Oh, okay. All right. Ta-da. So I like working with OPR models. I like working with them a lot because I do like them being one piece for most things. Like these guys are all one piece. Even this one over here with all of its random arms and stuff is one piece. But for next week, I got a cool creator that, well, I've used them in the past. Got some cool stuff that we're going to be using. And, yeah. We're going to be using Fleshcraft Studios next week. So that should be fun. Okay. Well, I let these sit there and do their thing and dry out a little bit. Because that was definitely very fast. We're going to take some of our old Annihilators here. And we're going to put some copper on them. Because I don't know why my paint scheme with these guys, like, advanced over time. Like, it started out, these are some from the first batch. Just silver with, like, I don't even remember what type of gold that was I put on there. But it was freaking fast rushed one. We can kind of think of it as a narrative. Like, this is the Robot Legion planet, like, waking up. Ooh, Titan 4 Chafflings. The Chicken Riders are so much fun. I filled an AOF game using Fleshcraft Studios. Awesome. What you use them for? Because I'm going to be using them. They are going to be ossified undead. Alright, we got the copper. Ooh, we got a chunk of something in there too. Cuff my brush. What you doing? A withering arm in 2020. Oh, awesome. You may have fought the ossified undead. Okay, so this is my Annihilator Lord. So, we're going to go through, we're going to make his shoulders copper. Kind of like everybody else in the new batch. As, of course, giving me the business with the focusing. Focus there. Thank you. Like, this camera has a really good macro lens, but it does not engage when I am live. So, just It's one of those things that I kind of have to suffer through. I have to find the right spot. And every week it's a different spot. His gold plate for his face, letting everyone know he's a lord. Okay. It kind of brings them up to the same level, everyone. Just a little bit brighter. For the rest of the colors, we got we dilute down some mummified grime for the bodies, and then burnished red for the body plates there, and leave the weapon silver. And I think this was Cloudburst blue. Have I printed the updated Robot Legion? Yes, I have. Yes. Oh wait, maybe not. Did the Annihilators get updated? Because I thought it was like the snake. The snakes that got updated. At least those are the ones that I paid attention to. But I wanted the ones I did today, to match the old ones I have. So I just use the same files. But for other stuff, I printed the newer things. Okay, that was quick. So I think it is funny that today the video that I put out for talking about why I made the second channel and about what the algorithm did, I think it's funny that my number one video, fastest growing video on YouTube, was me complaining about YouTube. There's something poetic in that. So what do we want to talk about, guys? What do we talk about tonight? What should be our subject? Complaining about stuff. Whatever. We dry enough? Yeah, we're dry enough. Yeah, still got a lot to learn. There is a learning curve to it. Oh, the new Demon release? They did the change on. Ooh, they're coming. They're finishing up the release this month, right? I feel like there's one more release left. I thought they would have been done by now. I thought they would have been. Okay, what's the furthest you travel for a game? We'll talk about that in a second. But what is. Yeah, I don't know. I thought they would have been done by now. I am so looking forward to the Fantasy Orcs and the Grim Dark Beastman, or Ratman. I'm like, come on already. But a lot of the demons did need an update. They did. Just from a technical aspect, like the weapons, even though they're still kind of thin, they look like skinny Mondo Shawans from Fifth Element. You know, I never thought about it. They kind of do. They kind of do. Yeah, the demons used to have skinny, real skinny weapons that would just snap off if you looked at them wrong. Even even me printing in ABS, uh, they're still, oh, some of them still feel thin. What you know in the Fifth Element, the round dudes. The round dudes. Okay, let's go back to. I think it was Steven asked the question. What is the furthest I've traveled for a game? Now we have to caveat that because I used to go to a lot of conventions, so I've traveled a long freaking way. So you know we don't fat shame on this channel. Listen, if your entire species looks like a ball, we'll fat shame you. So the furthest like convention game, this one's easy that I've traveled. I never made it out to the Las Vegas Open, but I did go to Feast of Blades when that was a thing. So I went to Denver when I was living in South Florida. So that feels like that's a long freaking way. Not going to a convention, the longest I've traveled for a game, it was. Well, do we consider Ard Boys a convention? Because if we do, the furthest I traveled was Fort Myers to Orlando, Florida. Which, if you're not from Florida, doesn't sound very far. But let me tell you, it's pretty flippin' far. It's about 5 hours. I think, well, I went to Orlando multiple times. Like, I went to Storicon there. It's only 4 hours. No, Tim, it was 5 hours for that place because it wasn't like tag you're it when I got to Orlando. It was like deep in the highest traffic part of Orlando. It was, I got to Orlando and there's a whole nother hour driving ahead of me just to get to the venue. What the hell's going on, camera? There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's about a good comparison there. I had to fly over top of like 15 states to get there. I feel like this one needs more. Let's. Oh, it's got those little balls on its back. Those little balls, copper. Ooh, Droidicus. Yeah. I'll be starting to print and paint the SSH, the Saurian Star Host, Dread Tyrannosaur in a couple of days for Gen Con. We'll do a series of progress videos with it. Awesome. Awesome. See, that's one I was going to do for Adepticon, but then one of the other guys was going to help us run it. He claimed that one first. All right. I think I know what's going on. My macro camera is engaging, but it's engaging wrong. Oh my god, it's like streaming for a starting a whole new streaming career on this channel. Yay! Okay, what else should we do copper on this one? It's got those guns. No, we'll do them something different. It's got that. Oh, it's got a big ball back here. Big ball. I think these are associated with a teleporting part. Because it does have an ambush roll. This is the one that pops up and goes surprise and dumps 6 shots into something at AP3. Okay. Okay, we'll go with that. That is all for the copper. Next, we are going to do. Oh god, this stuff is just slimy, it feels like. Next, we're going to go through, do the body. We're going to do the body panels. And for that, we're going to do the mummified grime, except we're going to dilute it down. Texas and France have similar land area. Europe and continental U.S. are about the same size. Yeah. Yeah, if you go all the way from like the UK to Ukraine, it is. Mummified grime. I pulled you out. There you are. So I take this. I don't remember how far I diluted this because I painted these guys like a year ago. As you can see from my painting stuff, a year is like a lifetime. That's the wrong one. That, we shall use this brush. Wait, not this brush. I have favorites. Maybe more water. More. I just splashed everywhere. More water. All right, let's see. Let's gamble. Let's gamble. Blah. Yeah, that's it. Close enough. Yeah, a diary. You know what's funny is that I started live streaming, and that's what I thought I was going to do. I was like, I'll keep track of what I paint on the live streams. That way I know what colors I did when, where. Yeah, that didn't work. Someone asked if they could install a kiln in their apartment. Is it rated for a kiln? I would just be like, no, we can't. We'd have to rewire the whole building. No, go away. Now, I'd say that, but we all know what happens at that point. They complain, and they complain, and if you complain loud and hard enough, they'll eventually get their way. Well, 240 volts, I'd be like, okay, well, yes, you can have a kiln, but I'm stealing your dryer. It's gone now. The diary side of live streams is what moderators do. Uncle C's new job. Yes, after every live stream, tell me what colors I used where. Well, Uncle C, if you're still watching, for the next couple of armies, I have an idea. I eventually want to get Uncle C into like wrapping his brain around the full game. Oh, the dryers, even better. Even better. Tell them they lose their stove. You can have a kiln, but you'll never make a pizza again. Oh no. For the different, for the armies we got coming up, what I want to do is I want to have Uncle C design the armies, because I know how we're talking about the different armies now, and we're showing off lists on the video towards the end of going through the armies. And then usually what I do is I just tinker around with it for a couple days until I find something I like, and then I just print that list. But I want to take, at least for the next two, I want to take Uncle C's lists and run them. I never thought about it. We could have a we have a kiln fired pizza. It could be part of the propaganda for it, part of the advertising. Authentically made in my kitchen kiln. Flashbang the beast. Wasn't there a science, like I think it was Mythbusters or something? There was a scientific experiment that when a nuclear blast happens, what is the range you need to be from the blast to bake a pizza? Now, it may have been a Mythbusters thing, or it may have just been some YouTube BS thing, but I remember seeing that and I went, Yeah, exactly. It's a brick oven pizza. It's a brick oven at that point. If the rocks are radioactive, any distance, yeah. That reminds me of something else. I've been meaning to watch Chernobyl. It's popped up in my YouTube shorts again. You're hoping the Death Roller you're printing out works? I hope it does too. Listen, Death Rollers are fun. Death Rollers are fun. I don't have. What? You don't got no melee attacks. Where we're going, we don't need melee attacks. Oh wait, no, the back will be a copper color. Go away, get off of there. Not the copper color, the burnished red color. What glowing am I going to use? That will be, sir, data system glow. When we get there. The miniseries for the the miniseries for the Blast, the one that has that God, I can never his name, but he's good and everything. The South African actor, he's in it. Yeah, it's where they're. Well, I mean, I was going to say it's where they talk about Chernobyl. No shit. Jared, look, I have no idea. You could tell me his name was Bob Smith, and I'd believe you. I am not a names guy. It's hilarious because Uncle C, I call Uncle C Rain Man when it comes to movies because he's like, oh yeah, that happened this year. It had these actors in it who also played in these other movies, and this was the plot, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, man, what the hell? I don't have the brain width to remember all that. Half the time when he goes off on those tangents, I make it my job to try to derail it. I tell him the wrong stuff, like, I swear this actor was in that movie. Then he's got to Google it, and I just look at him for like 15 minutes, like, haha, I made you Google it. Right, so that is. So yeah, that's the body details we put on there. Just some really watered down mummified grime. Da, da, da. The new sarcophagus was hit by yeah. Listen, I don't put anything past Russia. Isn't there? What's the betting website? Is it Kalshi? There's a thing on there like betting if there's going to be a nuke that goes off by the end of March. I was like, well, happy 2026. Cheers. All right. Now we're going to do the top soda bodies. A little part sticking out the top, little pyramid part. And for that, where's my burnished red? I know I took you out. Oh my God, please tell me I took it out. There it is. Yeah, never underestimate the power of human stupidity. Listen, I say that every day in my normal job. Lord bless these people. They do not know. I hope that your mother loves you. That sort of stuff. Like, wow. Look at this brush. Frayed immediately. I think that should be it for that brush. I picked up too much with that one. In every bless your heart, there's an implicit fuck you. Yes. Colin, I'm here. Did you miss me? Yes, Colin, I missed you dearly. Thank you for blessing me with your presence. Improve your aim. Wow, that came out much darker than those. See, like here's the new burnished red on there. There's the old. Oh. Oh, what do I do? Let's. Okay, this one is this very stark colored. So let's do this. Let's take a little bit of water. Unprecedented territory. We're just gonna kind of streak it through and see what happens. Oh, there we go. We were very much thick. Very much thick. As someone who's been in the paint for a while, what paint tastes best? I'm gonna have to say, tempera, like basic tempera paint, tastes the best. Pretty much because it tastes like raw flour. But if you want to get like a good rich paint, I would say that who are they? Vallejo has some very good ones. If you want to have a very tasty paint with some body to it. There are no mistakes, only happy accidents. Being darker means that it's the champion leader bot or the original code, while the rest are the idiot copies. There you go. That's right. My colors are darker because I wasn't made on a bubble jet. Ha! Zipping around, zipping around. A lot of traction in a dollhouse mini group by saying use a jar of paint water so you don't drink the paint mug. True, true. That is why I have a dedicated. Well, here I've never really talked about this, but this is my dedicated water jug. It had a name on it. I have no idea what it was, but Scar from Sweden. Okay, why did I think he was from South? Oh, because he was in the Expanse with all the other guys from South Africa. Makes sense. But I like this one because you can see it's got the coil in the bottom there. That's I'm pretty sure that's just tin solder. The hell. But it's a nice coil of it there, and it's good to run your brush across to clean all the gunk out of it. I've had this for like 15 years. So, if you get something like this, and you have it for a while, I don't know if you can see it, but there's scuzz that always develops on the bottom of that coil. And the best way to take care of that is just fill it up with clean water and then put like 3 drops of bleach in there. Of course, pour it out before the next time you paint, but like leave it overnight and you will be nice and fresh. It's about time for me to do that one again. Yes, it shall be nice and fresh. And then your lady will not complain that your painting area stinks. It shall smell like freshness with the bleach. Bleach. God, I think I sounded like I said something else. He was great in Andor. Yes, he was in Andor too. Yeah, the first place I remember seeing him was in The Expanse. So I think that's why I thought he was South African. Oh, in other random sci-fi nerd news, we've got a Firefly announcement coming up on the 14th. I think it's the 14th or the 15th. We shall see what happens there. Isn't he also the murder bot? Maybe. Sorry, it was time to finish off that can. Open the next silly juice. Ta-da. No different guy? Okay. Okay. That, and then I shall do this armor. No, I already did that panel. I shall do his gun arms. The murder bot stuff, I think I've seen like 3 YouTube shorts on it. And yeah, I've got no basis of information on that one. You know, speaking of stuff like this, you know what's driving me crazy lately? I have like 6 streaming services in the house. But every time I want to watch something, it's like you need to you subscribe to the Stars package for this particular one. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm already paying you like $30 a month. What the shit? My bet is the Firefly announcement is bobbleheads. Just like cable. Yeah, I know, just like cable. What the hell? I think that's why I just stopped watching TV. Oh wait, I want to do the head for the tail stabby bit here. Actually, do the whole stabby bit. There we go. Because this guy, his melee attacks do not involve the stabby bit. You know, for being called a tri-scorpion, along with the other tri-scorpions over here, none of their attacks involve the scorpion part. Urgh. Listen, okay, normally I'm like, you're right. No, Firefly was great. Firefly was great. It just got screwed over by being shown not in order. If they had shown it episode 1 through, I mean, how many do they have? They have like 10 episodes or something like that. If they showed them in order, it would have been fine. It would have got a season 2. It would have got renewed. But no, they had to jack around with it and show it in like the most disjointed, ridiculous order ever. Is that it for that? Maybe? Okay, let's do some stuff here. Was to announce their fun coat. The last time I saw the Firefly actors together was announce their Funko Pops. Ha. Well, there was that. Okay, again, I am not a names guy. The redhead dude who was the pilot. I saw a comment when I saw the teaser trailer for that, and it was, "What are you gonna do? Have them unkill me?" I was like, you know what? You're right. What are they gonna do for that? But someone said an animated show. That makes sense. An animated show would probably be cool. Okay. Okay, let's do some black. Because there are some weird panels. There it is. There are some panels and stuff for that. Not panels. Cables. Finish this flight with a hot streak. Oh, the hot steak. Okay. Okay, I may have lied. There's no cables on this one. There is a cable on the big guy. Come here, big guy. Do. Yeah, Firefly is just like one of those shows I remember from being a young sci-fi enthusiast that I very much would like to see come back. Just for, I don't know, for nostalgia and member berries. It probably will never be as good as I remember it. But I don't know. I just want it, okay? I'm a millennial. I want nostalgia things because everything else in my life is going tits up. There we go. That was enthusiastic, wasn't it? Okay, let's do. Okay, a question for you guys. What should I do with these? These parts here. They're kind of like a half-ass melee weapon. Brown coats forever. Yes. The storyline was so good. Ta-da. Exactly. How, like the TV executives screwed that around so much. It's these things. Should I just do them in silver? Look at he boogies. Boogie, 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 boogie. Part of the fun of ABS plastic, you can make your tri-scorpions wiggle. Why the brown works so well? It's because it's a metallic-ish color. Metallic-ish. That and Droidicas. That's the color I would use for Droidicas. Okay. Executive decision time. Those are going to be... Oh, I got to dig through stuff. Oh no, I'm losing paint. Come here. Come here, you. There, my collection that I have amassed. Ooh. That's a possibility. Yeah. Nope. Where's my metallics? They're in here somewhere. Glittering loot. I don't think so, but just take it out just because. Maybe. Maybe. Look like gold, ironclad gray, moon and coral. Okay, I really think this is the way to go. bottom right. The bottom right. Should it? I didn't know I had that. That should be for next week, definitely. There we go. Okay, we got stuff. We got stuff. Don't look at my garbage can. It's disgusting. Ugh. We got options here. There we go. Put the blood over there. So, kind of like an in between of these two. Ignore my previous comment, Emperor's Gold. Okay, we're gonna go on Eaton Face. We're gonna go on his suggestion, Emperor's Gold. Oh wait, I have one open. Where is it at? Where is it? Right there. Yes, Army Painter sent me the Blanche set 1 and 2 as like a supporter thing, but I already bought it, so I got now I got them doubled up. Shwee. There we go. We're letting the full happy juice take over. Full happy. Ah. So there, bring that down a little bit. There we go. Just what I need for all the orcs and beastmen. So yeah. That would look great for the Pistons when the rest is silver. Possibly. Possibly. So, let's see. I answered a random question. Anyone else got any random questions? Anything we can... Or keep from burning up on re-entry? Anything we can come up with to fill the silence? Great brush control? Oh, okay. No, this is just me. I've been doing this for a while, and it's not all brush control. It's accepting that if there is an accident, or if I do run over, that not a big deal. I'm also 3 spicy lemonades deep. Where are we going to find a tattoo parlor this time? Well, any conspiracy theories you think might be a little close to the truth? Hmm. Well, I 100% believe in aliens. Just because of the size of the universe and the amount of stuff that is out there, it would be illogical to think that there is not something else out there like that we are the only intelligent life in the universe. So I definitely believe aliens are real. As far as the conspiracy theory of like they crashed in Nevada, and we have little gray aliens running around in Area 51. Well, maybe not. It's the whole fact that if an alien is here, then that means that they have solved some relativity equations that we definitely need to figure out ourselves. Any thoughts on Blanche set 3 and 4? I mean, I like the sets 3 and 4. Kind of wish that's what Henry Painter sent me. 3 and 4 are nice. They are nice. They are nice. But, I mean, at a certain point, like, say if they come out with a 5 and 6, I'll be like, okay, guys, now you're just kind of milking this. Because John Blanche is a great artist. I love him. He's one of my top 5 artists. Actually, he's the only one of the top 5 I've never worked with in particular. That's a story for a different time. But, yeah. But to be his specific color, it's... I don't know. If we go to a 5 and 6, that'll be like, okay. It would be sad comment on the universe if we were the most intelligent life. It would be. It's definitely... Oh, wait, I missed a finger. It definitely would be. Get in there, finger. God, that sounds so creepy. Get in there. Get in there. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now, it's going to be time to go through and do a little bit more throwing of color onto the weapons. And I just goldified my whole thumb cleaning up my palette here. And for that, we are going to use... Where is the polished... Oh, wait, here it is. Vallejo. Game color. Just straight silver. This is one of those paints that I will be sad when it runs out. Because I've had that particular paint pot for like 6 years. This is where the neon blue comes in. Now it's going to be neon green. Neon green. Okay, not you. We'll do these 3 next. So we're just going to like rudge it, Jesus Christ. It's gonna run it from the edge here. Ooh, almost dropped it right on the palette. There. All there. Okay. Real simple like. There we go. Oh, wait, that's not a new one, that's a new one. There we go. A little bit of that, a little bit of that. Okay, now we shall get out the green. And for that, we're going to be using, I showed it off earlier, the Data System Glow. Where'd it go? Right there. Just little touches of color. Neon green. Love it. Absolutely love it. Where's the Army Color paint? I probably sound like an old uncle right now. Right. Good. Now for this. We're going to go into the eye. Get a little bit of a splash out from the eye. Ooh, bubbles. The hell? There we go. And then let's get the bubbles off the brush. What the heck? I'm going for these little balls. Yes. Now we're doing it like this because we want it to look like it's glowing around them. That one's a little bit much, so we're going to wick out the middle. I said we're going to wick out the middle. Hey, close enough. A little bit more of that eyeball. There we go. We'll splash it out a little bit just to give us a good green. There. Rudder. Let's see here. Trying to think of any other conspiracy theories that I could pop out that would not make somebody mad. But I ain't got nothing. So we'll just say aliens is the only thing I believe in. Oh, wait, I already did that one. What else we got? We got enough time for one more random ass question. Michigan Dogman? I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm outdoorsy, but I am very comfortable outdoors. It's the Florida man in me. And I've been outside in Michigan at night. And I have seen no hide nor hair of a Michigan Dogman. So, take that as you will. Like, even I believe the Florida skunk ape is just a drunk Florida man lost in the Everglades. Favorite Florida man joke or story? Yeah, I don't know. There's so many Florida man stories, like Florida man fighting zombies. I lived down there where the whole synthetic spice thing was going on. And let me tell you, people look like freaking zombies. So, I believe that. Let's give these some glow. Why not? Why not? Florida man stories are so random. It's like you read about them and go, oh dear God. I mean, years and years ago, there was somebody, I'm not going to mention who, that used to go to houses like when there was a time when there were houses that were like 3/4 built, but no one ever moved into them. And somebody, not gonna say who, used to go into those and grab some of the water filtration and the copper for the HVAC and other random stuff. Also, shut off all the smoke detectors because that shit would drive me crazy. But you know, you did what you did back then. Good night, everyone. Good night, Print for Gaming. We're just about ready to hit it here. Because this is just, yep, that's gonna be it. That is gonna be it. All right, so we got our 3 new Annihilators. We got our Tri-Scorpion Lord. I didn't get to these Tri-Scorpions, but I kind of feel like leaving them. Like they're like the first iteration. Cleaning and vet changing, slicing parameters. Hoping it works. Oh, okay. People who cut copper out of pipes are not helping anybody. Yeah, yeah. Well, the only time, like, I remember I used to do HVAC down in Florida as a commercial HVAC installer. And we had, like, tubs of offcuts, and those were our retirement plan. And sure enough, the boss would always find it. 2 idiots thought a substation was off, 4th degree for burns from the inside out. Oh, that's terrible. The alarms worked? No, the alarms didn't work. They would sing the song of the ceiling bird forever. Forever. So we had like houses that were 3/4 built, and I would, we lived. Okay, we lived in a part of Florida that was definitely just swamp, and the closest neighbors to us was like 2 miles, but like those chirping sounds. If someone was building a house, those chirping sounds would travel forever, and it was ominous in the middle of the night. No, my alarms work. I made the stream. Oh, okay, cool. Well, Mr. Wackley, sorry that we're just about over here. We've been going for an hour, and I was talking about going into abandoned houses down in South Florida after the 2008 crash. I would go in and disable all the fire alarms because, God damn it, the amount of ceiling birds that would be chirping all night long. So, yeah. Well, this is the first stream on the new channel. I finally got YouTube to let me do it. And they were like, you're going to have a limit to 100, or your subscribers plus 25. And I was like, 175? I ain't going to have 175 people. That's fine. So, maybe that's a reason why it wanted to, I don't know, it fought after months and months of watching the YouTube algorithm and things not working. Maybe that's the reason why. Is because my live streams would have such low viewer numbers, which they had like 20 or 30 normal, which I don't know, I feel like that's okay. I had one chirping in the compactor, it worked for a week. It was not going in after that one. I believe in you, Ward. I had somebody who ripped the smoke detector off their ceiling and threw it over the fence into the woods. I thought it was coming from a property across the street, so I called the fire department to go over there and figure it out, just for them to call me back and be like, no, it was on your back fence. I was like, great. I love my redstones. Love them so much. Alright, guys, so that will be it for me tonight. So we got these guys done. Live stream for these guys on Thursday. I have a video coming out on Wednesday. A very fun video coming out on Wednesday where I had orcs versus porks in Age of Fantasy. And so that is the orcs versus the pig-faced orcs in Age of Fantasy. And it was real fun. Real fun. So that's going to be coming out on Wednesday. And then, like I said, next week, we need more apartment stories. Okay. Next time, we'll talk about it some more. We'll talk about more apartment horror stories. I generally try to forget the stuff that happens at work because sometimes it's so depressing. But yeah, if you had one guy set his off because he got drunk and burnt his food and ripped it out of the ceiling and blew his main breaker, oh no! I had the fire department kick someone's, or actually use an axe on somebody's door because it was locked. Or no, wait, let me back up. Somebody who was in a studio apartment whose stove was right next to the window, which was right next to the front door. They used an axe on the door without checking to see if it was fucking unlocked, which it was. And then I got called at the end of all that. And they're like, you need to come fix it. Dude, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. What are you talking about? Oh, the joys. The joys. Okay, guys. Next week, for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to have Uncle C do the lists for the army lists. And we'll see what happens there. We'll see what kind of craziness he can come up with. We are going to be doing Ossified Undead. And don't tell him yet, because he really loves them. After that, we're going to be doing the Saurian Star Hosts. I was making lists today, and I was like, it'd be real fun if he made this. Just to see what he comes up with. So, that'll do it for me. That's enough. I've been talking way too much. Okay. I hope you guys are having fun playing OPR wherever you are, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye. Peace.